You're going to need to understand two things in order to conduct this test. The first one is how to set a treadmill at a specific MET intensity. Now, some treadmills will have this right on their dashboard and others won't, and if you have a treadmill that does not have METs displayed, then you can use one of our other forms to calculate different speeds on the treadmill and their equivalent MET value. The second thing you're going to need to do here is to be able to determine what steady state heart rate is. Now, in order to do that, you will warm the person up and then you will set the treadmill at a comfortable pace for them, and that will be a certain speed or MET level. In this case, I put the person on 5.5 METs on the treadmill, and I had them at that pace for 2 minutes, and then I began to look at the heart rate to determine what the heart rate was doing and to make sure that it was steady. And by steady, what I mean is that it needs to be within 6 beats during that second to third minute, ideally keeping at roughly the same number of beats, give or take 1 or 2 either way. That's what we call steady state heart rate, is where we're measuring the heart rate that the person has to work at in order to maintain this particular intensity. Now, in this case, a person was maintaining a heart rate during that second to third minute of 142 beats, so it was going from 140 to 144, but it was staying within a 6 beat period, and the average was 142. What I did then was I increased the intensity, so having captured the first end heart rate at the 5.5 METs, I then increased the intensity up to 6.5 METs, and I then did the 3 minutes over again. So I let them continue at that pace for a couple of minutes, and then I then started to look at their heart rate to check to see what the steady state heart rate was. And in this particular person, during that second to third minute, the heart rate was steady at 149 beats per minute. It was ranging between 146, 147 up to 152, but it was fluctuating in that range. What you want to make sure that it's not doing is that it's not continuously climbing, because then what that means is that the person is running into an anaerobic phase and they're struggling to maintain a steady state heart rate at that particular given speed. Now, before I look at what the VO2 is, I need to obviously put in the person's age, and this person was 45 years old, and then I hit the tab on that, and the predicted Vo2 max for this particular person was 35.8 milliliters per kilo per minute.